Well, good morning. Welcome for another video, and boy, we've got an exciting one today. We're going to go to the back and sift some more garden soil and see if we can find us some arrowheads along the way. We don't know what we're going to find, and I'll tell you what, sometimes that's a true adventure. Let's get on with the video. I'm excited to get back there and get digging. And thanks for watching, guys. And before we go over and dig us up some fresh dirt to work with, I thought it fair to show you guys. This is stuff that I have piled up after sifting. I'm right up ahead of the pond here, and you can see all the color and different things that we have found here. So they would simply just knock them a block off of that and start making an arrowhead or whatever tool that they was making. We have several tools that we have found that was round, perfect for hammering and different things like that. So quite a bit of stuff over the years. Like that, for instance. That rock is rounded smooth. I'm no expert on this stuff. I just simply know, everything that I've always been told. If it fits good in the hand, it was probably a tool they were using. So this very well, the way it is rounded, the way my thumb lays right here beside it, could have been used for grinding corn or whatever they were using this particular tool for. Now that very well could have been used for something as a hammer or something like that, because it has a really nice place for my thumb to fit. Okay, there's a lot of you guys out there that's going to be extremely knowledgeable about artifacts and what they were used for. This very well could have been a scraper. Get it up there where the camera can see it. It was sharp on this side, and then again you can lay your thumb in there, and it has a really nice place for your fingers set etched into the back. So they very well could have used this for skinning a deer. It's not the greatest light, but I think you can see it. You never know what you're walking across until you've either stumbled onto something or you start excavating and start finding things. And like I said, when I started pushing our pond in, this stuff just started rolling up and out of the ground. We had no idea it was here. Let's go back and get us some dirt. And we are just right over to the left-hand side. You see my dig spot there. And what I'm going to do is this over here beside the trailer. We're going to dig up a little bit of this too and see what we find. Well, I have to say, not in 1,000 years did I ever think I'd be making a video for someone across the planet to view of doing something I truly enjoy. I really thank you guys for watching this stuff, and I am glad that there's at least some interest in what's going on here. And like I said, a lot of times, even if you don't find something, it's about the journey. I've got to say, one of the best vacations that Jill and I ever had, we went to the diamond mines down in Arkansas, and we stayed out in the sun so long that I ended up with a really severe sunburn and went back the next day for some more. So this is stuff that I've always had fun doing, and you absolutely don't find something every time you go. But I can guarantee you this, if you're not looking for it, you ain't gonna find any of it. All right. There's a little piece of color. Boy, that almost looks like a really small tool they would have used for some fine work on possibly like their moccasins or something like that. that has been worked. Well, that's kind of cool. Hope the camera's grabbing that for you. Really sharp. Now, you know, somebody probably 200, 300, 400, 500 years from now is going to be finding somebody's cell phone laying in the creek or in a rock pile somewhere and say, well, look at that. Can you believe they used to do that? That's too funny. Now, I will tell you, over the years, I have learned, guys, the dirtier you get, the more it looks like you've done. So Granny Jill thinks I'm really busy. What have you been doing today? Well, look at me, can't you tell? I think she's probably wise to my old tricks. Well, I'll tell you what, it's gotten hot out here, guys. The wind's picked up. I guess it's pushing that warm front in. I am not complaining. That's an odd looking one. Hit that with a shovel. What in the world? Look at that. Knock some of this dirt off. Well, I don't know what it is, but I would say that's definitely maybe a tool that almost looks like they was holding that. There's a notch right here. Huh. That's a new one. I did scratch that with a shovel. I'll almost bet you, just the way that fits in my hand, I bet you that was maybe a tool for making arrowheads they were using. I'm going to set that in the seat. Alright guys, I went up and had some lunch. We have moved our whole operation. We are now down here by the pond. I wasn't finding enough up here at the other location in order to keep us finding what we really want to find. So I've opened up another dig spot here. We're going to sift through this and see if we can actually get us something found today. Like I said, I get started finding this kind of stuff and I don't want to stop. I mean, it's so much fun to me. Now that's just a really nice big sliver of quartz there. I'm going to set that right there. Now that is the thing about this kind of exploration, if you will, is you really don't know until you really get to mapping something out, how they were moving through this area. And as I said earlier in the video, there's another piece, small piece. For whatever reason, this little location right here by the pond, it typically has quite a bit of it. And by the way, this clay mud was perfect for pushing this pond in behind us. My good friend Norman helped me do that. And he come down helped me lay the pond out, and we used a 555, and we pushed this in. It's a little over 3/4 of an acre, and it's 18 feet deep in the middle of it. We pushed this thing in deep, and we never hit a rock larger than hand diameter. You talk about a fella that could run a machine. He could get it done. Now you know I should have a fishing pole in behind me in the water. I can hear that lake calling my name. Wait a second, I think that may have been Granny Jill. Oh boy. Alright, we didn't get skunked today. As you can see here, I did fill my hole back up. I covered all the way across that and I did not find any full points. I did find a really nice cleaning edge, and again your thumb would set down in this and they would use this for scraper or whatever, scrape right across that. And that last round I did find what looked to me like a start to one, and it probably broke off on that corner. And then this is a pretty decent point, but not complete. Get it down there in the center of the camera so you can see it a little better. But look how sharp that thing is, right? And there's our bucket. I think the sunshine will let enough light in there we can see that. That's all the flakes and partials that we had found. Again, that's another, just the way it fits in your hand. They very well could have been using this to skin small animals and things. So there we go, guys. What an adventure. It's a little bit of work, but a whole lot of fun. I'm going to do a quick recap of some of the interesting things we've found so far. Now this guy, I really think, I really think that's some type of a tool, and very well may have been used for making arrowheads itself. You can see this thumb notch here they've got, and again it just fits in my hand so well. So I really think that's part of the process. Looks like to me they was attempting to make one here. Got a pretty good knock started there. And again, this was an interesting one, and they all look better after they've been washed and cleaned, but that was definitely going to be an arrowhead, or may have been one that's already either broke or they just stopped working on. Oh, this one here. That's definitely the better part of a point. So, like I said, it's been interesting so far, but not exactly what I'm looking for. Again, thank you. I appreciate it. I really hope you liked the video, and keep looking to the ground. You never know what you're going to find, and you most certainly never know what you're going to see on the channel. Thanks for watching. Like I said, I can pull this stuff right. Look at that. Look at that. There we go, guys. Look at that. Wow. Now that is what we came looking for. Let me get these gloves off.